welcome back. I hope everyone is doing well. I have shown my room on this channel many times before, however, it's changed a lot and I've changed a lot, and I wanted to do just like a full in-depth tour of it. I have collected so many beautiful antiques over the years. I've collected so many books that have shaped who I am. I've written in so many journals in this room and hidden them away in my closet in hopes that nobody ever finds them ever, except you guys. You guys can read my diary all you want. This room means a lot to me. It's where I create from. It's where I do everything. It's been through a lot. I've been through a lot in here. I just really love the way it looks right now, honestly, and I wanted to immortalize it in this video. This room is a little bit of a fire hazard, but it's my fire hazard and I love it. Starting with the bed and the things surrounding the bed. The bed frame itself, the base of the bed, the box, it's just one of those things that I've had forever. So I don't know how to answer the question, where is it from? The origins are unclear. That is what happens when you live in the place you grew up in. A lot of the things you have, you just don't know what it's from. And it somehow ended up in your room somehow. I painted it gold though a few years ago when I first redid my room like this. The bedding is from Everlasting Fabric. There's dirt on it right now because my dog jumped up on here. And I just love the print of it. It feels like a print that makes sense for me. It kind of has the same vibe as like the one Bella has in Twilight, I think. Obviously hers is purple, but it has the same energy as that one. I have this pink pillow that I don't really like that much actually, and this teddy bear for some whimsical decor. The gallery wall is a vibe wall. It's very girly, it's very feminine. I have some music sheets that I've printed out. Not that I've printed out, I got them at a used bookstore and I put these kiss marks all over them. I just think they're cute. They're nice for filler moments in the gallery wall. I do play piano, however this is way above my skill level, so I can't play it that well, but also I exclusively play Les Mis. That's it. These dried roses. Okay, people always ask me how I hang them up. Super easy. You just buy the flowers, you wrap twine around the end right here, just wrap the twine around and then stick it on a nail on the wall. That's it, super easy. And they just dry that way and they're super cute, and I think it's a really fun decor item. Here I have the Lady Whistledown Society paper from when I went to the Bridgerton ball in Chicago. It was an experience ball. It was very much like nerd prom, but it was really, really fun. This is a love letter. I can't remember if there's actually anything in it or not. We'll find out someday. I've put kiss marks all over it with a wax letter seal and a pink ribbon, of course. This wonderful mirror I found at an antique store. I actually found it at an antique store in Indiana and I brought it home with me in my suitcase, and that's where the crack came from, unfortunately, but I think it gives it some good personality. Here I have kissed the mirror because that's what I do sometimes from every now and then. This lovely postcard over here is from the Orchard House, which is Louise May Alcott's ancestral home. It is a little portrait of the Little Women. Over here we have a lock of my hair from when I cut my bangs, which was a very symbolic turning point in my growth as a human being, which happened in September of 2023. It's like that post-breakup, I'm gonna cut my bangs. But you gotta save the hair because hair holds memory, you know, and you should probably put it in a box or put it in a love letter or hang it up on your wall, as I have done. We have another sheet of music. We have a portrait of a young woman in white. I think it's a pretty portrait, so I put it on my wall. There's not much that went into that. And then down here we have this gorgeous portrait that I found at an antique store. I think it's very beautiful. It's just the girlies getting ready, basically, and they're cute, they're a vibe. So that's the gallery wall. The side table is constantly evolving and changing. Usually there's like a couple of cups or bottles of water here, but right now we are sporting the record player with a record on it right now. I like to listen to music before I go to bed. I like to read before I go to bed, turn the record on. Shall we listen to something together right now, possibly? The candle holder, the candelabra, is an antique that my sister got me for Christmas this year. It is a beautiful candelabra. I love that it's silver. I used to have a gold one from Amazon and I got sick of looking at it, honestly. So that has taught me to not buy cheap antique looking decor items off of Amazon. But I know I will never get sick of looking at this one because I can tell it's good quality, it's beautiful, it has a history, and yeah, I just really love it. This desk, however, is from Amazon, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm also a little bit sick of looking at this one. It doesn't have the haunted quality to it, so it just turns me off a little bit. But it is a cute desk. There is a stool that goes with it. I never sit here though. It's like very small. The wallpaper in my room is from Wayfair. One of the first things I put up in my room. I love wallpaper. Wallpaper is so underrated. Having a huge print on the wall can really just like make or break a space, and I think it's very beautiful. I've always been into Toile de Joie. I think it's such a beautiful print. I love it on anything. So just to kind of show like the layout of it all, the door is here, the bed is there. My room also, you guys, is also the official headquarters for the Fairy Club that my sister and I have made. My little sister, the 7-year-old one, not the 26-year-old one. So Fairy Club, girls only, very whimsical, very fun. So yeah, this is where we have our fairy meetings as well. So you walk in, the bed is right there, the gallery wall, the side table, and the rug is right here. I love this rug. I got it quite recently. Actually, it's one of the newer additions to my room. I think it really just pulls everything together. Just kind of added that extra layer of texture. It's from Wayfair, if you're wondering. I've been using it as a backdrop for different content ideas. Honestly, I feel like every room needs a rug. Every room or every living room, it really just adds in that cozy element. So getting into the happenings on this side of the room, the window side, I think this is probably my favorite side of the room. This chair is quite lovely. My mom found it on Facebook Marketplace. I just think it's so cute and so unique. It's like green. It has like little burgundy details on it, and I feel like it just goes really well in my room. I feel like I really like the way it looks with the rug in particular. These gorgeous, amazing, beautiful sconces. One of my favorite things in my room. I found at an antique store. I think they're just so beautiful, and I love lighting the candles on them. And people always yell at me in the comments when I have them on because they are a fire hazard. However, I never ever leave them unattended. I basically only have them lit when I'm taking pictures or videos of them. They are lovebird sconces. They have the most adorable lovebirds on them, and they're so cute, and it's just such a vibe. Right over here we have a portrait of an owl painted by May Alcott. It is one of the portraits that is hung up in the Orchard House, which is a place that is very near and dear to my heart, so I wanted to bring a little bit of it into my room. Down here we have my typewriter, and behind the typewriter I just kind of shoved all of my records behind it. Kind of random, but it ended up being a good way to store them, the ones that I've collected so far. In here there is 6 Glenn Miller records. Violent by Backwards Over the Grass. This is Lana Del Rey's poetry vinyl. It is absolutely beautiful and magical, and it might be one of my favorite vinyls that I have. Born to Die by Lana Del Rey. Such an amazing album. We have Barbie, we have Midnights, Folklore, and of course Evermore. And lastly, we have a collection of symphonies of love and romance. Very beautiful collection of orchestral music. Those are all my records. The collection is definitely growing. This lovely desk is a newly acquired item. I'm very proud of this thrift find. I bought it at an antique store. This is the desk that just feels so true to me. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's pink. It's an antique. What more could you want in a desk? This desk, however, is double amazing because it opens up into a vanity like so. So it just works out perfectly because I can, you know, sit here and write and do work, but I can also go ahead and open it up and do my makeup without getting everything all over my desk. And it actually has quite a bit of storage in here as well, which is really nice. And yeah, it was just such a good find. I'm so happy with it. So a little miniature tour of the desk. Right over here, we just have a little stack of books. These are just kind of newly acquired items in my collection. My curtains, by the way, are just some plain lace curtains from Amazon. I think lace curtains are just so cute. I feel like they really add to like the vintage shabby chic vibe of my room. I love the way the light comes into them in the morning as well. It's just very beautiful to me. Over here I have a little gold box that was passed down to me from my grandmother. I kind of just have a couple of random miscellaneous items in there. My 2 candlestick holders with these antique plates that I bought. The storage on the desk is pretty nice. As I said, it has that middle space with a lot of storage, and then it has just the 2 drawers on the side that I put extra like hair and makeup things that I didn't have room for in the middle. The chair that I've been using for this desk is just this pink one that I've had forever. It's totally dirty. I always am like spilling glue and hairspray all over it. Over here we have one of my favorite portraits. I'm not sure what this painting is called, but I think it's very beautiful. It reminds me of the Little Women. It's an antique, of course. I did spray paint it gold at one point. Down here I have a vintage Samsonite suitcase that I just bought. Honestly, I don't know where to put it or where to store it because it's quite large, so it's just just kind of acting as a decor item in my room right now. From there, we pan over to the closet, which nothing has changed here. It is still an absolute mess, but you know what? It's my mess, and it's a very small closet, so you know, I'm just making it work. The best part of my closet is definitely this beautiful artwork made by my sister. I think she was probably like 3 or 4 when she did these ones. I just love hanging up her artwork in my room. It makes me so happy. And then panning over, this is where the bookshelf is, which I will do a little tour of that right now. But first, I have these drawers down here, which my mom actually built for me, which is amazing. So I think in these top 2 drawers, I have like bras and underwear and stuff and like some pajamas. This bottom drawer here, I just have like all of my camera equipment. And that top drawer just has a ton of shirts and sweaters, and the bottom drawer has all of like my jeans and pants and shorts and all that kind of stuff. So we kind of just took the wallpaper, the extra wallpaper from the wall over there, and we pasted it on the drawers. As you can see here, we also pasted it up the sides of the bookshelf as well. By the way, it is the next day because I was filming this yesterday and I got a headache, and I can't show you my book collection whilst having a headache, of course. This bookshelf was built into the wall. It was just already here. It's like the builders just knew that this room would someday belong to a gal like me. So I won't be able to show you every single one of my books in my collection, but I will point out a few of my favorites in each of the boxes. So starting up at the top here, we have all of the Harry Potters, all of the Hunger Games, and all of the Twilights, of course. All 3 of these series have definitely shaped my love of books at one point or another. Also, they're not typically books that I reach for on the everyday, so they are up there. Moving down, a couple of notable mentions on these 2 shelves. Jo and Laurie, this is a romantic retelling of Little Women, as if Jo and Laurie ended up together. If you're into that, definitely recommend. Over here on this shelf, we have some other kind of more random miscellaneous books. In high school, I was really into like the self-help girl bossery of it all, so one of my favorite books junior year of high school was Girl Boss by Sophia Amoruso. And then I have some of my like larger classic novels. We have Les Mis. I was obsessed with Alice in Wonderland in high school, by the way, and my Wizard of Oz classic as well. As you can see, the books closer to the top are the older books, you know, books that I liked in high school or that were a part of my childhood in some way. So over here, some notable mentions. We have 2 of my copies of Little Women. We have 2 Donna Tartt books. We have The Goldfinch and The Secret History. Loved both of those books so much. These are fun little fashion history books that were gifted to me. Then we have here the Sofia Coppola Archive front and center. I just kind of like having it on display. The Valley of the Dolls, such a good book, especially if you're into like the vintage coquette aesthetic. I really enjoyed Just Kids by Patti Smith. I found it very creatively inspiring. Emma here is my favorite Jane Austen book. I really enjoyed Where the Crawdads Sing. It is a beautiful book to read, especially in like the spring or summer. Ooh, and The Picture of Dorian Gray was also a really, really captivating classic that I love. This is where I keep all of my cloth-bound classics. Not only do I love these books, but the covers are just so adorable. The ones that I have here are The Tenant at Wildfell Hall, Little Women, Frankenstein. I have all of the Jane Austen cloth-bound classics, so that includes Pride and Prejudice, Mansfield Park, Love and Friendship, Emma, Persuasion, Northanger Abbey, and Sense and Sensibility, and Dracula, of course. And then over here on this side, I just have all of my Julia Quinn books. So I have the entire Bridgerton collection. My favorite in the series was actually An Offer from a Gentleman, which is Benedict's book. It's so good. I was literally like blushing the entire time reading it. Along with that, I have a couple of other of my smaller pocketbook classics. So we have Dead Poets Society, Wuthering Heights, Jane Eyre, Jo's Boys, The Scarlet Letter, another little copy of Frankenstein, another copy of Wuthering Heights, Viet by Charlotte Bronte, and then we have The Diary of Anne Frank and Great Expectations. So down here on these bottom 2 shelves, it gets very miscellaneous. Like there's really no rhyme or reason. We have 2 Virginia Woolf books down here, A Room of One's Own and Mrs. Dalloway. We have The Bell Jar. I have a copy of Anna Karenina here, which I have not yet read. This is my brother's favorite book and he gifted it to me for Christmas. I feel like it takes a very specific mood and that mood has not become me yet. So eventually it will, but today is not that day. This month is not that month, but I think this year at some point I will read it. Down here I have some more book of the month selections. We have The Lover, which I really enjoyed, A Certain Hunger, which is a very interesting read. If you like cannibalism, I recommend it. And then I have my current diary, which you guys have seen a ton. Right here is just kind of like my current little vibe stack. So we have Women Who Run with the Wolves. This is my current read. And then I have my little book that I made, The Unbreakable Bond Between a Girl and Her Room. Maybe it'll become a real book one day. And then here I just have all of my Polaroids that I have taken in my room. I just love Polaroids. There's something so fun and candid about them. I need to find like a good way to store these. I've just been kind of like putting these ribbons around them, but maybe I need to get like a special box to put all my Polaroids in. So really quick, this is pretty much the end, but panning over here, we just have this mirror that I made. It was also one of my first additions to this room. And then here I just have a long mirror, basically just for functional use so I can see my outfits when I need to. Across from here, we are back to the bed. Like I said, my room means a lot to me. It's like a reflection of my mind in a way, and I feel like you guys are really a part of it in a weird way. Thank you so much for being here. My next visual diary / short film comes out next Friday, March 22nd. I'm so excited to share it with you guys. It'll be here just in time for spring, and it's kind of a continuation of my last one, but it's also so different. So subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Turn on post notifications. I'll be posting a lot of behind the scenes for it over on Instagram if you want to follow me over there. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!